You and other, this is being released at the right time.
Amen.
I don't know who said it in your video, but I thought it was pretty poignant.
I think it's God. God, had this film come out 20 years ago, maybe a few would have watched it. But today the whole world is aware we're in trouble.
There's a big awareness out there.
There's awareness.
More people like you and me.
There's an awareness, and this is why God brought it up now. I've been doing this for 34 years. I've been telling people, when I see them occasionally, but God brought this guy here from Louisiana. I never met a day in my life. He showed him my place, did this film, and it was totally a God thing. I had nothing to do with it. It was just totally a God thing.
How did he hear about your garden?
He didn't. He came from Louisiana. A friend of his. We used to go to Calvary Chapel in Port Townsend. The pastor died, and the church disassembled. And so my wife hears about these guys are getting together for like a meeting. You ought to go. And so I went, and this guy shows up with some guy who lived in Gig Harbor over here. Came over here, never saw him a day in my life, and I'm sharing with the guys in the meeting about my garden. So he says, "Can I come over to your place and see your garden?" So he comes, and he went back to his family and friends who are farmers, and he told them what he saw. He says, "Michael, you've got to document this." And this thing happened. But it was totally from the natural, coincidental. I mean, he didn't plan on being here. I never planned on seeing him. And it's just God put this thing together,
Pretty good story. When I first came across your stuff, I was researching, and then somebody posted something. Some Japanese gardener came out with this kind of an idea. Have you heard what I'm talking about in the 40s?
Yeah, it's called One Star Revolution. It starts with an F.
It's like from the 40s, right?
Yeah.
The 50s.
Yeah. He's in Japan.
I was reading about it. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Same thing.
So what you're doing is not really something new. It's just something more.
God's been doing it. God's been doing it in nature for 6,000 years. Recorded in human history. It's totally not new. It's the original, and it's because of the fall, the separation from God, that we missed it.
Well, a lot of the popularity of it coming back now too is because of the name of the film. People think of it as a new type of thing, and they call it, Back to Eden method, when, it's the same thing that's been going on all forever and ever and ever. Right. And so you see this thing that's so wonderful and great, and it has a name that you've never heard before, and then you tell this guy, and that guy tells that guy, and that guy tells that guy, and now it becomes this worldwide phenomenon that is always been there.
Yeah,
but there's new interest in it.
You know what the biggest difference I think is? It's revelation, and it's got a sanctification.
Yes.
I really think that's the biggest difference. Because this is a God thing. Nothing I've seen go as quickly viral about something like this.
Yeah, I think I had like 1.5 million views. Because I went to your website just recently. It said 1.5 million views.
It's like 20 million in the first year.
How many?
20 million in 200 countries.
Is that your film?
Yeah,
or the film that they did? I thought it was, so it's even more than 1 point. What's that 1.5 million I saw?
I think that's...
maybe copies bought.
Maybe DVDs. Mm-hmm.
And the thing that really blows my mind is that, like for instance, I go to different parts of the world, and people have heard, "That's your husband?" They say that to me.
Okay.
I mean, this is crazy.
They recognize your name?
Yeah. When I teach, I brag about him.
The story I shared, people watched it, I said, and you can call this dude, he gives you his phone number, you can just call him and talk to him. I think that's the coolest thing. I hope that never goes away. I hope you don't.
It won't, because you see, this is what I'm here for.
He's a midwife. That's what midwives should be, and most midwives let him go to voicemail.
Are you retired now? I mean, this is.
No, I still work.
Okay.
And it's also, I think, the time in history, because we're living in such a time as this, and because of that revelation and sanctification, I really believe that God is putting out like a last days trumpet through this, warning the believers, because the believers have been pretty ignorant.
Told you you're gonna bump
It
your
says
head.
my people perish for lack of knowledge, and I really believe with all my heart that this is not funny. What's going on with our foods, and I just who was it? Was it you guys that told me, or somebody told me recently that there was some sea lions and stuff washing up on the beaches in California because of the radiation from Japan. I mean, this is just the beginning of, many sorrows. And I really believe that if we don't press into God, that we're going to be in way worse shape in the future. All of us. I really do. And if we don't know God already, we need to know God. it's really a very critical time because we're living also in times where they're calling good evil and evil good, and I really believe that we have to stand up for what's right, regardless of what the system says.